Okay, hi everyone. I'm actually testing out the recording for this video, and today I'm actually going to talk a little bit more about the subject of flying monkeys. So I know I haven't been active recently because I've been so busy working and so many things on my mind. And on top of that, I just wasn't active in social media and generally. Generally, just talking about flying monkeys, the subject of flying monkeys. Okay, I just had an experience like quite a few days ago before the new year. It just got me thinking about what flying monkeys are. Things like in recovery from narcissistic abuse and also getting your own life back after all that the harassment and all that trouble from narcissists and toxic people. So just to begin with what flying monkeys are, for those who have watched the Wizard of Oz, the movie, and or at least read the book um, by Frank L. Baum, yeah. Flying monkeys were enlisted by the Wicked Witch of the West to terrorize Dorothy. And I mean, as you can remember, they were actually in a whole lot of group. And in the movie proper, I don't really think that they were called flying monkeys. They were called winged monkeys because they had those wings, and I mean, they just like those pesky little gremlins just coming at you and just and I mean, of course, once the Wicked Witch is dead, Ding Dong the Witch is dead. Um, the flying monkey stopped harassing Dorothy, and in fact they turned around and started helping Dorothy. Okay, but back to what flying monkeys are. Um, Flying monkeys are actually the enablers of the narcissist. Okay, you might have come across them. Okay, and in your own personal lives, if you have been in contact with a narcissist or anyone who's just toxic, because it doesn't just need to be someone like a narcissist who uses flying monkeys. uh, Generally toxic people might use flying monkeys. They are the spies and the minions via proxy, so they help to do the bidding of the narcissist or toxic person. So in some cases, actually I would say most cases, flying monkeys are pretty much like the narcissists themselves. So they are magnificent. They love the drama. They just think that the narcissist is great, and they worship and the narcissist feet or shrine. Okay, but some other flying monkeys are totally not in the know. That's a minority. Okay, so for that latter category, so they don't know anything. They are either dumb or they are just too naive. They think that the narcissist is just like, oh, they aren't that bad. They had bad childhood. They had some reasons for believing like that. Maybe he or she had a hard time today. That's why he or she is behaving that way. And they keep on inventing excuses because they think the best of everyone, even the nastiest people. And yeah, so um, that's the definition of blind monkey. So the second part of what I want to talk about is actually how to recognize a flying monkey, because I mean, most of us want to be on friendly terms with most people, and I mean, we want to live a life where we are just good to everyone. We believe in the best, but not everyone is like that. And unfortunately, that based on those who has been through an experience with a narcissist, we know that flying monkeys and narcissists, they leave you no ground. They keep on harassing you. In the case of I think what I experienced a few days ago, it was like really, it wasn't ridiculous. It was just like that silly flood. I mean, some acquaintance, messaging me like pictures of in a composite, like 9 pictures in a composite, like a frame, saying, oh, like gushing over and a narcissist ex, and telling me all these things like as if they're the big fan club, a member of the big fan club. So I even suspected that they were the ones who actually made the composite, not the narcissist themselves. Okay, so that was ridiculous. It was like not. It wasn't the first time. It was the second time. So when people have kept on doing that for the repeated second or third time after you give them a warning, you know that they are consciously doing it. They chose consciously to uh, break the rule, to violate your boundaries, and to make life difficult for you. So it was just ridiculous. But you know, just rest assured, I deleted and blocked the person, so he wouldn't be able to have access to me. So, but based on what I actually told friends, I mean not that many, but a few. They and even people on the recovery forum, it seems to be that I mean it's agreed among most of them. Real friends don't do that kind of stuff, and if for someone to do that, there are only two possibilities. One, that person's a jerk. Two, the person's a flying monkey, and he probably wants to be with the narcissist ex, which I think is not even that subtle, because he actually told me, I have my desires, but I know that your ex is a horrible person, and I blah 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 blah, all that stuff. But it wasn't very subtle. They want to sleep with the ex. So back to this whole thing about how to recognize a flying monkey. If you realize that someone actually adores or is in love, I don't think in love, but I mean lust after uh, the particular narcissist in your life, rest assured that they are a flying monkey. Okay, even if they're not a flying monkey, they are very toxic. And the second sign um, would be the kind of things, the words they send to you, the messages, the pictures that they send you on social media. So let's say that if the things that they send to you actually cause you to cringe or trigger you nonstop, and they just know that it causes that triggering reaction, you're not gonna just say, oh, I'm fine. I mean, it's pretty obvious that they want to trigger you and make life not necessarily hell, but just drama, and they they don't want the best for you. Yeah. So yeah, you do well to actually block them. So um, okay, so that's the thing about flying monkeys. I guess that I don't have much to actually say, because I don't really have a lot of flying monkeys now, thankfully. So but the thing to I mean, most people have asked me what exactly happens to this flying monkey. So unfortunately, when they're in your life, the only thing you can do is to recognize them and block them and prevent them from contacting you. You wouldn't know them until they are in your life. You can't really technically know, right on the forehead, see on the foreheads that there's a like just like a narcissist. I am a flying monkey. I am a spy. I am an enabler of a toxic person. So all that you can do is just avoid them. uh, if you can't block them, then I would recommend that you limit access to them. So the best thing is not to react. Flying monkeys love reaction, any kind of reaction. If they can see you cringe, if they can, see how you get upset, you get what they want. Yeah. So the best thing is to just ignore them. Uh, there's a very strong likelihood that flying monkeys are pretty narcissistic, like the narcissist or the toxic person that you're trying to get out of your life. So you should just try not to feed them any information as well. Okay, that's the third. I mean, which brings me to the third thing. Other than just avoiding them or even cutting them out totally, the third thing would be to just give them no information or give them very limited information that would just bore them out and make them turn away from you. The method of what's it called, gray rock. So yeah, gray rock. To gray rock someone is to actually give really really boring um, 1 or 2 word responses such as oh yeah, so I mean the main point is to be as boring, as flat as a gray rock, so that the toxic person loses his or her interest in you. um, these are the few methods that I know of. So for those who are watching, if you have any other suggestions, maybe you can actually just write down in the comments as well, because I myself, I don't think that I mean I'm just making this video in a rush. So it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty late. It's I think 11 or 12 something. It's like something almost nearing midnight. And okay, and this the last bit which I want to just address. What is the fate of flying monkeys? Okay, you have to remember that narcissists or toxic people have no sense of loyalty. So if they are able to discard you, make life hell for you when you are no longer of any use to them, or when you are, I mean, or even when you are in their lives, you can't just assume that they are going to be really nice to the flying monkey too. They are only there, they're nice to the flying monkey, or at least cordial to the flying monkey, because the flying monkey has some value to add in helping them to further their nefarious their diabolical agenda of use, abuse, manipulate, and discard, and then hoover to make life difficult for the victims and the survivors. So yeah, so I mean, unfortunately, I would say that, I mean, don't think that flying monkeys have a good time. In time to come, when the narcissist runs out of energy supply, or or when they just have a bad day, they might just take it out on the flying monkeys. I mean, that's for those who choose to side with the narcissist consciously. Okay, so but let's say that if you come across a flying monkey who's just the kind who feeds you news about your former narcissist in your life, even if when you don't want to hear anything or know anything. Okay, don't lose heart. That I just kind of realized after blocking that person, the flying monkey, who was actually harassing me nonstop about the ex, the narcissistic ex. I won't even say a narcissistic ex. I would say probably a sociopathic ex. Yeah, because I got stalked, and my situation was so bad that I had to change jobs about twice or thrice, and it wasn't safe. I don't think that kind of situation should be allowed. No one should allow it. Yeah. So about the flying monkey, don't ever think that there isn't such a thing called karma. That's definitely karma, because for that flying monkey who harassed me by trying to terrorize me, gushing over the pictures of the eggs, when I wasn't interested, it kind of dawned on me that he had a father. I mean, he still has his father, but his father was suffering from acute leukemia. I mean, I don't wish anything bad on anyone, but let's just say that sometimes you get what you put out. So if he has been putting out really toxic vibes, I'm pretty sure that they were actually, coming back on him and his family, yeah. And he's just busy tending to his sick father who is now hospitalized. And I mean, yeah, in the middle of that hospitalization, he's still, terrorizing. You can't believe it. And he has to tend to his sick mother. So sick, not sick, weak mother, yeah, who's living with him. I guess that there's really such a thing called karma, but sometimes it doesn't just always affect the person who is, negatively, visiting on others, but it also affects the ones around them. So okay, that's pretty much it for this video. I think I'm kind of exceeded what I'm supposed to say. So if you have anything to add, maybe you can just write down in the comment section. Um, I'm just thankful. This year has been pretty okay so far. I have a lot of new plans, and I'm not supposed to say much too much about my new plans, but I'm just glad that the last year 2021 was over. So I hope everyone has a good day, and of course that everyone stays nut free and flying monkey free as well, so that you can actually recover and heal if you have had any rough days or any rough patch in your life with toxic people and narcissists. But for those who don't have any, maybe if you like this video, want to pass it on to someone, the link, just go ahead and you might help to not save someone's life, but improve someone's life from flying monkeys and from narcissists. So okay, that's it. Okay, bye bye. Good night.